So it's quite unfortunate that it is a weekend, a quite gold day, but we are working as an accountant. We really have like some days for our social life, but I know we understand, or if you are in this field of accounting, you understand how hard for us to have a social life. Because sometimes we rush with a lot of deadlines. Like now, it is a time for most companies, the companies which they have the policies and the structures. I know they have done with payroll, but for the companies, mostly the sole trader companies, we are still struggling to consolidate the payroll. We are still struggling to consolidate the payroll. And the question we need to ask ourselves, or even as accountants, we need to discuss more is who is supposed to prepare the payroll in the company? Is it the HR department or the finance department? Or the finance department. So let me know in the comment section, in the company which you are, who is preparing the payroll? Let me know in the comment section who is preparing the payroll. Yes, in our case, I prefer accountant to prepare the payroll. The reason is the accuracy of the calculation will be minimal. Accuracy of the calculation will be minimal because accountant is a party to numbers, but the HR is party to policies, the labor law. So we might not be good at mastering the labor law. We did commercial law and the company law, but labor law, we leave it to the HR department. So what we only need from them is the changes. If a new employee has been onboarded, if other employees have left the company, if there's any changes when it comes to the salaries and the bonuses and the late time, all that, those are just the information which we need from them. Thereafter, it is now our work to do the calculations. Then the question I will pose to you is, which software are you using to do all these calculations? I give you 2 minutes to give me your review on which formulas and softwares are you using to calculate these deductions. Are you using the manual calculator? Are you copying from somewhere else which you have not ascertained the integrity of that software? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. So let me know in the comment section which one are you using. because where we are aiding with AI, you should not be struggling with all these things. So which means we as an accountant, we should be very much ahead of AI and all these other softwares. So you need to test the integrity of that softwares which you are using. Me, I'm using Excel because I can be able to detect the inaccuracy of the calculation. Unlike going to the softwares and start populating the information from the softwares which you have not tested the integrity of it. The reason why I'm saying this, is that it happened, I think last year, yes, when there was a change in policy of housing levy, there was a policy of sharp. Most people, they were still using the software, which I don't want to mention their names, and they realized that like 2 months later, those or that software has, or I think it was just one software or the two softwares, they have not amended their changes as per the amendment which was there for share housing levy. So even including my own client, I had to tell them that now that you have filed payee without capturing the relief, so later on you have to amend. And guess what happened after amendment? Yes, we amend it, but now the consequences is that at one point you also find that KRA, they tamper with their system in such a way that it will be your fault. Because if you have been in the field for long, I know that if you don't amendment, you will not get a penalty since you had already filed the original return. So that is an amendment. This is not an original return. So which means you are entitled to amend it, but you are not guaranteed that you will face the consequences of getting a penalty. But we amend it, we get a penalty. So, and since up to now, that penalty is still there in their ledger because you cannot remove it. You have to go along procedure, you apply to this, you follow, and you know how ethics to follow them because they always think that they are right. And most people who are working there, they are not accountants. They are the systems, more of IT and administration. They are not of accounting perspective field. I know if you have interacted with them, then you might have encountered one or these two reasons. So the only way to avoid this is to foresee the problem and do it in the correct way. The more you avoid the errors, the more you avoid the mistake, the more you are going to find that the ledger of your iTax will be so clean. You might not get a lot of amendment, a lot of errors. And this amendment is what triggers the audit, the KRA audit. Remember, if you amend your returns, like one, you amend this month, the next month you amend, another month you amend, then even the people or who handled your KRA pin, the manager will ask us, will ask a question: why is this guy always amend this one? Which means there must be a fishy thing here. So they will knock your door with additional assessment. Maybe you are correct. You detected that there was an error, and then you want to correct it. But now you have attracted a lot of queries apart from the one which you deduct. Now there will be a lot of more queries for you to answer. So they say that cure is better than prevention is better than cure, right? So get yourself, in short, develop your own payroll using your Excel. What is it difficult for you to develop a payroll using Excel? You don't know this simple Excel formula, if function. If function is a very powerful Excel formula, which I've always been insisting you learn this if function. Me, I was taught this function first in computer packages class. But in our computer class packages, we were taught how to do the ranking, like this student get A, this student got B, this got C. That was the only application we had then. But now, you as an accountant, you have to be creative. The reason why I'm saying you have to be creative, you need to know how to manipulate accounting roles with this Excel formula. And you don't need a person to train you. We have a YouTube, a university of free. You don't pay any enrollment. What you only need is data. So once you have the data, you can access all the information. Even now, we are live in YouTube, and this is free information. You have the AI, ChatGPT. Why don't you ask, give me a code of calculating this and this? You need to give them, like you say, AI is not smarter than the human being. That's why I say it. Most people say that the AI will replace the accounting job, which it is not true. AI will not replace accounting job, because if you test the integrity of that AI is not up to date. I don't know, or if I've not tried using the paid version, but maybe if I will try one day to use the paid version so that I can be able to see whether if I use the paid version, whether it will give me the exact thing which I'm looking for. But what I've seen with the AI is that you have to be a driver. You have to be a driver who will guide that AI. Who will guide that AI on where to go. So what you need to do is give an AI the Kenya tax bracket from 10, from 0 to 20,000, we take 10%. From 21,000 to 32,333, we take 25%. From 32,334 to 500,000, we take 30%. From 500,001 to 800,000, we take 32.5%. Above 800,000, we take 35%. This is our graduated scale. And then you provide them, and then down there, ask, given this information, can you provide me Excel formula to calculate for me the payee? Can we try that? So maybe I can share the screen because that's why I like this AI. I use it on a daily basis, not to make my work easier, but to do more of research. So if you do more of research, then it will probably help you. It will help you. So maybe just a bit, if I can't be able to share the screen. Let me just ask the question first, then I will share the screen. So let me know in the comment section, which AI are you using to make your accounting easy? So you don't need even to type. If you go to there's this RN software or RN pay calculator. RN pay calculator. You can get the formulas, the tax rate for free, not the formulas, but the rate for free. If you can go to RN software, this is where I am. Yes. So if you can come to this RN software, you can easily find the tax rate. So now, like, I will copy this. I can even copy the entire, this one, and then paste in the ChatGPT, paste here, and I will tell I hope you are able to see. Yes, and I will tell, come up with Excel formulas to calculate the pay, SHA, NSSF. What else? Housing levy. And you see, this is a research you are doing. So you don't need to be like to get exactly what you are looking for. So because you are doing a research, which means you should know exactly what you are looking for. So this research will enable you to know the ideas which can help you to develop what you are looking for. So we might not get the exact, but we will get a rough or a like what we call brainstorming ideas, which can enable us to come up with a solid payroll in Excel. So, and then you also need to specify these tax rates are in which country, because AI is a worldwide. This is a website. Is a website because AI is a website. So it's a worldwide. That's why it has been written chatgpt.com. So which means it is a website. It is not a human being. It is a coded website. So you have to specify that these rates are in Kenya. So just say in Kenya. In Kenya, and then hit enter button. Let's wait. You can see got it. We got a formula. Very funny. Very funny. We got a formula. We'll have to test this formula whether it is working. Just hello. Yes. Yeah, you see, we deduct qua sales. Okay, that was an international call. Don't worry about that. So we were reading this ChatGPT response. We have been told that you want to create an Excel formula to automatically calculate pay, SHA, NSSF, housing levy for Kenyan payroll using the latest tax bands. Let's break this step by step. Number one, pay, Kenyan 2025 band. Let's say in your Excel, B2, that is the column B2 in your Excel, is equals to the gross taxable pay, which is the monthly. They have taken the monthly. So they have said in Excel, use the nested function if formula. That is the formula I was telling you. If you learn this formula of if function, then you will go far in accounting. Because every day we are trying to make our work easier. If I'm an employer, I will give you a job. This is an accounting role. This is your calculator. This is the computer. This is the QuickBook. This is the file. This is the file where we keep our statements, we keep our invoices. And then I will tell you, I will pay you this amount and at the end of every month. But I don't want to know how you will do your calculation, how you will come up with your reports. I don't want to know that. Once I've given you the tools, so I expect you as an accountant to have a solid skills which can enable you to do your work in an efficient and effective way, so that you don't work with payroll in entire day. Like today is 30th. I know most companies, they are preparing, those companies who pay on date 5th, they are now struggling with preparing the payroll. So you are taking from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., you are still preparing payroll. With the current technology we have, with the current AI we have, you are still preparing the payroll. With the current automation of Excel payroll we have, you're still preparing payroll, taking 5 hours, 3 hours to prepare your payroll. Even if I'm your boss, I will not increase your salaries because the important of report is if you give it as early as possible so that I can be able to work on it. Like if you are working on it today, your boss might not be there today because it is a Saturday. So maybe your boss even have already traveled. He will be back date 9. People will be knocking to your office. We have not gotten the salary. You have not gotten this, right? Because you're taking long to come up with a report. So if you had an Excel which can automatically calculate for you, you just input the changes and then you get a report quickly. Give it to your boss. Let him, before he leave, make him that him or her to sign that report so that even if your employees come, you will say, I've submitted all the reports. So all this thing is now on the desk of our boss. So we wait for our boss for the next step. But don't other people blame you because you are not delivering the report on time, because you are not learning all these skills. So let's interrogate this Excel formula which we got from the ChatGPT. So he had told us B2, if B2 is greater than or less than 24,000, so it started from the first one, which it is working also, it is okay. But in my Excel, you realize I started with the 800,000, but this one is starting from 24,000 there, the lower limit. So he said, if B2 is less than 24,000, comma, take that B2 multiply by 10%. I totally agree with that. That is correct. And then number 2, if B2 is that one, take that plus B2 minus that minus, you see, I'm trying to interrogate B2, 32. If B2, which is the correct column, let's say B2 is the gross taxable pay, is less than or equal to 3233, comma, take 24,000 multiply by 10%, which will give you the pay for the first bracket plus B2 minus 24 multiply by that, so that you get accumulative. So yeah, I can see the second one also is okay. So which means so this formula is working. This formula is working, but I think you will not get the net pay. The way I'm seeing how he calculate, you will not get the net pay. So this formula applied to correct graduated tax branch. Yes, it is okay. Now, NSSF tier 1 6%, 7 for the first 7,000, maximum of 42. Tier 2 6% from 7,000 to 36,000, maximum of 17. So the total maximum deduction is 2160 per month. You see the AI. I told you have to be keen. If you're using AI, then you have to be a driver. So don't let the AI be your driver. The AI might be good in driving, but he might not know the direction. So you'll be the one guiding. After point A, we have now to go to point P. After point P, we have now to go to this. So the first formula, I totally agree, but with a pre-assumption that we might not get the net pay, but the gross pay as per this formula. I've seen it. And the next version, which is NSSF, the rate which they have given now, 6%, 6% is okay, but the limit is not up to date in limit. Still using the previous withholding rate, because the maximum amount you should pay if you are earning above, up to now, we are not talking of the maximum limit of 36,000, but a maximum limit of 72,000. So you can see AI here is lying to us. So I hope you are getting my question that you should be a driver. So let's see the formula. Okay, now, so we have noticed the challenge with this NSSF, but now let's see the formula, if the formula is okay. So we have been told that mean B2, which it is our column, where we have the gross taxable pay, comma, take 7,000 multiply by 6% plus the maximum mean. So they're using a complicated formula. This formula is a very complicated, this one. It might give us the correct value, but we see also we need something which is very simple that we can be able to troubleshoot. But this one is not, it's, yeah. Let's see for SHA. We have been told the tax band for SHA is 300, this one. Yeah, you see again for SHA, AI is wrong, ChatGPT is wrong here, because they have told us that SHA, Social Insurance Authority, replaced the NHIF, which is okay, and then but still is referencing to the band of NHIF. So which means with that, all the formula is okay, but the information is incorrect. So we might not use this information. Now, for this, housing levy is okay, 1.5% of the gross pay. And then, now, so you can see now, this one can give you, I told you, you might not get the full information, but you will get a bit of idea on what to do. So let's try to copy this formula of them. I want to see if B2, let's say B2 here is 60,000. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, let me stop this and share a specific Excel formula. I was doing bank reconciliation, but I have to teach you something today, but I've stopped my work to do so I decided to teach you one or three skills which you need to know, so that I will go back to do my bank reconciliation. So let's copy this formula. I will copy this formula. The first one, I want to see whether the first one is working. And that is the best way to learn. The best way to learn is by doing it, not by listening and not by watching. It is by doing. You can even listen to 10 podcasts in a day, but if you don't work on it, you might not get it. So you have to do it. So get yourself a payroll software in Excel, which we give it out at just 1,000 shilling. Try it once you get payroll. Remember that Excel is not final. You also need to learn this Excel so that you can be able to modify that Excel payroll to suit you. You can be able to modify that payroll for your specific employees. Because maybe I will give you this payroll. I have a list of 10, but you have a list of 50 employees. So you don't know even how to insert Excel formula. You don't know how to modify an Excel formula. You see, then it will be very challenging for you. So let me do my part by coming up with the correct formula, and then do your part by buying this Excel and also by learning this Excel skill, so that you can be able to at least modify. So let's copy the one which we are getting it from ChatGPT. So I will paste here. You can see if you copy the formula direct from the ChatGPT, it will work. You can see it is like it is working perfectly, but we have to remove one equal signs here. So if I remove one equal signs, that it will reference, maybe I can increase this, it will reference the exact page or the exact cell. So let's hit the enter function. So I've hit the enter and it is working. I know for ChatGPT formulas, it is very rare to get the error of the formula. So the formula is working perfectly. You can see that formula is working. This is for pay. This is for pay. But now let us ascertain the accuracy of this amount. Let us ascertain the accuracy of this amount. Let us ascertain the accuracy of this amount. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Get a comment. You see that comment you are writing down there, it will help us a lot. So make sure to write a comment. What are you suggesting with this payroll? We train you and give you the template, or we just sells to you this template? Because me, even I don't want to sell you something which it will not help you. So let me know in the comment section, what is your stand? What is your stand? So make sure that at least you are commenting. If you are not commenting, give us a like. If you have already subscribed, just need to give a like. We will appreciate. That is the only effort or the acknowledgement we need from you. So I've put this. We are getting 12,783.35, given that this amount is the taxable pay. Given this amount is the taxable pay. Given this amount is the taxable pay. Now let me open my Excel and put a 60,000 as a taxable pay and see whether we get the same. And then we will go to the website and check again so that you can be able to know who is more accurate. So I will open another Excel in my payroll section here. Just give me a minute to get my payroll. We are in July. So let me not interfere with the client's accounts. Let me use the one which we normally give you guys. So I think it is here. I'm not saying the one which we normally give you is the wrong, but at least doesn't have the client data, but it is working. So payroll, yeah, August is okay. We are in August. So let me stop sharing that and share these. This payroll for hours. Yeah. So we just need to go to database. I just need to pick one in our database. So if you check our database of this payroll, is that this is the basic pay, but I want taxable to be 60. If the taxable to be 60, the taxable amount to be 60 here, how much do I need? Because I have to subtract NSSF and all that. So we can see, okay, so we can put the same amount. Let's put here 70,000. Let's put this one as a 70,000. So if you see our payroll, if you put the 70,000 in our database, it will going to reflect in our current month. So if we go to the current month, the first employee 70,000, the gross pay 70,000, the taxable pay is 62. Let me write down 62,825. So we will put the one for ChatGPT or AI formula, the taxable amount to be 62,825, so that we can be able to compare. So let me share that one, and then we change the taxable amount. Was this one, and then let me change the taxable amount here to be 62,825. So if I change to be 62,825, I will get the payee of 13,630.85. So let's compare with ours. And remember the pre-assumption that I had said for this one might be the before the relief. So let's, if we subtract the relief, the personal relief of 24,000, how much the net are we getting? We are getting a net of 11 to 30.85. So is it the same with what we have? Let me share this, the one we have, to see if it is the same. This is our payroll. Wonderful. This AI is good. So we are getting the same value, 280.85. It is good. It is good. It is good. It is good. You see, ChatGPT is working perfectly. So which means this formula is correct, but now you need to understand that formula. You cannot apply that formula if you are not good at analyzing it. How did I know that the formula has not yet captured the personal relief? And I know that this is a gross payee. And I was just typing it. We saw it, nikipaste the formula in ChatGPT. Na nikapata, this value is not the net, this is the gross. That's why if you are a sharp accountant who on a daily basis want to sharpen your skills, then you have to learn the AI. But don't copy the AI work. Try to interrogate the AI. Even once I notice this AI is not giving me the net pay year, and I don't want to show the personal relief in my payroll, then I will tell AI to give me a formula which will get for me the net pay, and he will do that. And also you have to guide. We have seen for the other rates, it is not correct. But for pay, I think that one is correct. What else do you need? What else do you need? So even if I'm your boss and then to come, we need to buy, we need to buy software for payroll. We need to buy like subscription for payroll. You pay on a monthly basis. You buy on monthly basis. You pay subscription 20,000. 20,000 multiplied by 12 months. 20,000 multiplied by 12, that is 240. Do you think if you go to your boss and ask for a pay rise, you don't give you, but go with a proposal that I've developed an Excel. It can keep us a good record of payroll. This one. We can even have a server where once I've done with this payroll, we can save there for the purpose of future reference, so that once I have done, you can review this Excel there. You can even use an online 365 version of Excel where whatever you are doing, he can't see on the other end. So that at the end, you have the data, they have the data. So there is a backup of that data. And that arrange your data in such a way that this was for the last month, this is for the next month, this is for the even 10 years to come. So you will be able to know that we might not lose this data, and there is a track record of our data. So even if you go there with that proposal and then thereafter you'll tell that now I've saved you, you had to subscribe for a payroll which will cost you like 20,000 per year for maintenance, and then for the installation it might cost you 300,000. So you might end up paying like half a million for this payroll software, and yet I've provided you with a solution. Because what we are looking at with that payroll, it is the same. We are looking at the final figure, that payroll to calculate for us this payee. And once you have this payee, are you not able to save this data in a folder? And you can retrieve it if someone asks, which is the same with what the payroll software does. They just calculate for you this, and then they keep this information again. So that is a good proposal of asking for your pay rise. Don't go there just pure-handed without any proposal, and then you want to ask for the pay rise. That person will not increase your salary, because as a business owner, because even us, we run a consultancy business, and as much as we are employee or employer, we are trying to minimize the cost, because what is the aim of you being in business? What is the aim of your business is to maximize the profit, and the only way you are maximizing them is to increase the sales and minimize the expenditure. That's what we were taught in the financial management class. I've talked a lot. Let me get to know your comments in the comment section. So let me know, what do you suggest in your comment section? What is your suggestion in your comment section? What is your suggestion? What is your suggestion?